So this is the current situation with the engine for the RS2. Not looking too bad. I've freshened up a few bits that I know will be a bit of a pain to get off again. Engine mounts and stuff. The fresh turbos on there. It was all rebuilt by Midland Turbo with the manifold from AliExpress. See, we've got some nice machined injector cups, as the old plastic ones of course were in bits. There's a few more coolant lines and bits and bobs to go on, but most of the way there now, all timed up. The flywheel's just gone on, and then there's a Sachs Race Engineering friction plate to go on it as well. It is standard turbo still, so we're not looking to go crazy with it, just want to get it running again. But this is where everything's at. So I've had a look at the engine, but what state's the car itself in? The car overall isn't too bad. It's had a lot of suspension work and chassis work. All the subframes have been sorted out, as you can see, powder coated, and you might just be able to peep a bit of purple bush in there. So it has had Powerflex bushes all around. It's sat on a nice set of KWV frees, and it's got a Miltech catback. The downpipe and the cats are something that we're probably going to look at. Trying to work out a solution for those. Might just go to a single downpipe and then a nice chunky sports cat and see how we get on. Obviously the bodywork on this side is quite a bit more sad than the other side. By the sounds of it, it was sat under a tarpaulin for quite a few years, so it looks like this is the side where it's rubbed a fair bit, unfortunately. So if you're storing one of these or storing anything, maybe don't use a tarpaulin, or use one with a soft liner inside, or even better, get it in the garage if you can. Obviously that's not something everyone can do. The wheels have been, can't tell if they've been refurbed or just cleaned quite well, but obviously they're quite dusty, so maybe they were refurbed before it sat. The calipers aren't looking the best, so we'll probably do a rebuild on the calipers, get all those fresh again. But for the most part, everything's there, apart from, you might notice, these lower door strips are missing. The little pegs are here, but there's no door strips. So that's going to be a bit of a mission, trying to find a set of those, but I'm sure someone will have some somewhere in the world. We'll come through to the interior. So it's just black leather. Yep, this seat's a bit sad. Other than that, they're not too bad really. Seen worse. Gear knob's a little bit tired. Steering wheel isn't terrible. Got those awesome, if I can catch the light right. Ooh, there you go. The blue carbon fibre inlays, looking good. And of course, the white dials of an RS2. And this body is sitting on 133,000 miles. So not crazy, but there you go. Now you might be interested as to why have we had a new cylinder block and ripped it to bits for this. Well, sadly the old cylinder block met quite a savage end. I'll just grab it now and we can have a look. So here we have the original engine cylinder block for the RS2. So far it looks pretty normal. However, if we come around here, you might start to get a bit of an idea of the problem with this one. And if I come down here, you'll see a bigger problem on the other side. Now in an ideal world, you wouldn't be able to see that ramp leg through the cylinder block. However, as you might now be able to tell, this did throw a rod quite dramatically, I imagine. So there we go. We suspect that with the turbo having been to Midland Turbo and rebuilt, they did say that the oil seals had failed in the old turbo. So we suspect that a load of oil had pooled in the intercooler, And then once the previous owner finally got the car, all the suspension sorted and MOT, took it out for a drive, we think the first time they've put their foot down or put it under a bit of boost, it's sucked a load of oil through the intercooler, dumped it in this cylinder and thrown a rod out. So yeah, a sad end to what was the original cylinder block for this car, but it's now got a nice freshly rebuilt uprated bottom end, so hopefully it'll have many happy miles running that. Okay, so that's about all I've got to say on the RS2 engine for now. I've got some more work to do, getting the last few bits onto the engine and then getting it slotted in the car and all wired up. So should be getting a video out soon of its first fire up after the rebuild. If you want to keep an eye on stuff, then obviously subscribe and keep an eye out for any more videos. Would like to keep updating on this car as much as I can. So yeah, have a good one. Thanks for watching.